Hello, friends. 902 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. Situations are changing, and that too at fast rate. In southern war zone on Kherson front, no changes. However, in Zaporizhia direction, positional battle continues. Zaporizhia nuclear power plant is still smoking after the attacks by the Ukrainian UAVs. Coming to east, on Marinka front, Russians expanded control zone in Konstantinivka and moved westwards towards T0524 highway near Ikriana Gully. They also made some gains towards Krasnogorovka and west of it. On Avdiivka front in Pokrovsk direction, Russians consolidated on the outskirts of Grodivka. It also seized Lysikne and most of Ivanovka. They also have full control over Yasno-Brodovka and advanced in the opposite bank of Karlovka Reservoir. Toretsk sector battle for the city is now nearing to an end as Russians have advanced almost to the center from Pivnikne side. They also advanced towards Zerzinsky. Bakhmut Chasiv Yar direction Russians advanced towards Rihorivka from Bohdanivka direction. Other parts of it as well as in Siversk situation is similar. In northeast, in Serebryansky forestry and Liman Kriminal direction, no significant changes. In Kupian Swato direction, Russians expanded control zone. In south of Beresto forest belts and towards west of outskirts of Serhivka. North of Kharkov Slobozansky Belgorod direction, Ukrainians launched campaign in Belgorod region from Kolotilovka checkpoint with a platoon worth troops. Their attack was, however, repelled. Ukrainians also trying in other sectors to divert attention from the Kursk, where they are gaining. Now coming to Kursk region. As I had briefed earlier, yesterday and day before also, that despite Russians' claim that situation in Kursk is stabilizing, the situation is on the contrary, on reverse of it. Ukrainians are advancing on many fronts and consolidating the positions where they have already occupied the areas. Ukraine's commander-in-chief Syrsky has claimed that they have captured more than 1,000 square kilometers. On the other side, which it seems from the Russian pro channels, the total capture is approximately 460 square kilometers. Nonetheless, the earlier part could include the grey zone from where the Russians either have withdrawn or have no presence there. As per Russian Federation, 2,000 people are still held up in Ukrainian-controlled Kursk region, where more than 180,000 are preparing and 120,000 have already fled or were evacuated. So far, Ukrainians have taken over 28 settlements in Kursk Oblast. Ukrainian armed forces also used chemical weapons to attack power company workers in Belovo district, where these people had come to repair the lost power sector. As far as advance is concerned, in brief, Ukrainians sabotage and reconnaissance group entered Guinea settlement southeast of Sudza. Fierce battle is continuing in this region. In Kureno or Karino sector, Ukrainians' offensive operation continuing. From Sudza westward directions, they have advanced 20 kilometers and reached eastern part of Giria in Belaya sector. That's huge gain for them. Interdiction missions, it's quite heavy continuing from both the sides. Russians struck a military airfield in Poltava while Ukrainians are using drones in Voronezh, Rostov, Belgorod, Kursk and other regions. Palestine Israel Middle East, so-called Iranian attack on Israel as being forecasted by various channels and intelligence that it will be within 24 hours, but it hasn't happened so far, and that also includes Hezbollah's attack. In North Gaza, intense shelling by IDF continuing, killing 1.5 dozens of Palestinians, while in southern Gaza they are attacking eastern part of Khan Yunis. Lebanon border cross-firing continuing. Pentagon in the meantime has announced that nuclear submarine deployment to Middle East will take place at a faster rate. US-UK combined forces have attacked Kamran Island in Yemen, and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has arrived in Moscow. In totality, situation is worsening in Kursk region. The Ukrainians advanced must be planned well before, under the guidance of Pentagon and other NATO countries including British intelligence. The latest is in this sector that Sudza has fallen. The war is likely to escalate in Middle East. I wonder if Iran would listen for its weaknesses compared to Zionist and imperialist regimes and will not cause any counterattack. But that has to be seen. Despite all the predictions, nothing is happening on that sector. Bangladesh, under the control of American regime, seems to be returning back to normal, while the people, especially the students and young generation, are in euphoric that so-called revolution has taken place. But how it unfolds and how much time will it take for them to realize that in reality only the regime had changed and not the rule of the class which was earlier on them and now under the direct supervision of US imperialism. Venezuelan government is struggling to be recognized globally as US seems to be not in favor, unlike Bangladesh. Well, that brings an end to my talk. Thank you.